Good evening to everybody. Thank you for coming. My name is Todd Lloyd. First of all, I'd like to say this. I am a public servant, not a public speaker, so bear with me on who this here. I'm 37 years old. My wife, Carmen, and I have 2 children. We're members of the church downtown. We're very active in our church and our community. Most of you, everyone here knows I'm a third generation law enforcement officer. I'm very proud of my family and what they accomplished and had their achievements, my grandfather and my father, through the years. With that being said, I've been at the sheriff's office for 19 years. 17 of those years I've worked my way up through the ranks of the sheriff's office by making my own wakes. Yes, I have the Lloyd name, and I'm proud of that. But I did this by being dedicated to the citizens of Augusta County and the sheriff's office and by having a strong work ethic. Throughout my tenure at the sheriff's office, I have worked in nearly every division within the office. I started off in 1996 in the jail, and then I went to civil process, court services unit. From there, I went to CID, which is criminal investigations unit. At the same time, I was part of the Augusta County SWAT and sniper team. After several years in that division, I was transferred over to narcotics unit. I was in the narcotics unit for 8 years. Through them 8 years, I was promoted to corporal and supervision, one of the 2 supervisors of the narcotics unit. In July of 2014, Sheriff Fisher created a warrant service team and asked if I would supervise that. It's 3 other guys and myself. Our daily duties is going out and checking on individuals who are wanted on criminal and civil arrest warrants, protective orders. We also assist on a daily basis the patrol units, investigation unit, narcotics unit, and court service unit if need be. I'm not running for sheriff for the title. I truly care about the citizens of Augusta County and the employees of the sheriff's office. That is my #1 goal, is to restore our trust within the community. We've got to do that. If elected sheriff, there's a couple things I would really want to do. The first one is, like I said, is restore the trust within the community, with the business owners, within our department. Without a great working relationship with other law enforcement agencies, we can't do this alone. We have to have that. We got to have the citizens' trust to get us through. We've got to have the other law enforcement agencies and Commonwealth Attorney's Office. Every working part of the judicial system has to be a well-oiled machine to fight crime. The other thing that I really think we can do underneath our current budget is restructure what our department is now. We can restructure around, put more people in patrol, more people in school resource officers' positions. We can do that underneath our current budget. Of course, we're stuck in that budget for this year. So by doing that, that helps us get more people where we need to have it. Patrol is a main one, school resource, then we can put the other ones in investigative divisions. And lastly, we need to restore our accreditation. And that holds us accountable for everything that we do, shows the public, listen, these guys and at the sheriff's office are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And we've got to do that. I will assemble a team of trained and experienced individuals. That way when 18 months comes up, we're ready to get reaccredited. Now, if we go just for another national accreditation, it's the same thing. We're working on it from Jump Street. That way we're ready to get accredited again as an agency. Again, I want to thank you for coming this evening. And I will turn it over to Mr. Richard again at this time. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Neil Kester, independent candidate for Sheriff of Augusta County. I'd like to welcome everyone here tonight, and I'd like to thank the Tea Party for putting this forum on. My goal as Sheriff of Augusta County is to bring a new direction and a new vision. There are 4 candidates running for the position of Sheriff of Augusta County. Now, I'm the only candidate not part of the Augusta County Sheriff's Office. It has been over 70 years since someone has been elected from outside that department. I have over 23 years of diverse law enforcement experience, and I think we all are aware of that it's time for a new approach, fresh ideas, and changes within the Augusta County Sheriff's Office. It's time for a new direction and a new vision, and I will bring just that to the Sheriff's Office. It's very important for me to let you know who Neil Kester is when you vote for the next sheriff on November 3rd. I am 43 years old. I was born and raised in the Barren Ridge area of Augusta County. I come from a well-respected Christian family, and I'm a lifelong member of the Barren Ridge Church of the Brethren. I am the son of Jesse and Midge Kester and a brother to Ryan Kester. For the last 6 years, I have been married to my beautiful wife, Jennifer, and we have a 9-month-old son. And we also have a 30-year mortgage. I stand for and will bring honesty, ethics, loyalty, professionalism, experience, and leadership to the Sheriff's Office. I began my law enforcement career right here at the Stanton Police Department in 1992, and I was here until 2000. At that time, I applied to become a Virginia game warden or conservation police officer. There were over 1,200 applicants that year for 13 positions. I was one of the 13 that got hired as an officer. During my tenure as a CPO, I have served as a supervisor over a 3-county district. I am running for sheriff of Augusta County because this county means a lot to me. I was born and raised here. I'm going to raise my family here. My friends and family live here. So the future of the sheriff's office means everything to me. The future of this county means everything to me. I graduated from Fort Defiance High School in 1990, and I attended Blue Ridge Community College and began my law enforcement career shortly thereafter. Over the last 23 years, I've had diverse law enforcement training, including a number of supervisor classes at Virginia Commonwealth University, incident command training, and community emergency response training, to name a few. I have received many awards over my law enforcement career, including Wildlife Officer of the Year, Conservation Police Officer of the Year, and Lawman of the Year twice. Conservation police officers have full police authority and power throughout the Commonwealth. We have the authority to enforce all laws of the Commonwealth. And we often work hand in hand with local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies. There have been a number of CPOs who have served as sheriffs in various counties throughout the state. There are 3 former CPOs who currently are sheriffs in 3 counties and have served as multiple terms as sheriff. Some have questioned why I've selected Chief Wells to be part of my administration. It is very important to me to get experienced law enforcement professionals to help reconstruct and make the changes necessary. As a citizen, why would you not want that? Chief Wells will bring added value to my administration. In addition, there are 2 other administrative staff yet to be named who will serve as my administrative assistants. One of the 2 individuals has agreed to be part of my administration as my accreditation manager. This individual is one of 4 who wrote the state standards for the state accreditation program and is the best of the best. As you know, the Sheriff's Office is no longer state accredited, and this will address the problem, and the Augusta County Sheriff's Office will once again be accredited. Under my leadership, all staff will follow my guidelines and directions as I lead the Augusta County Sheriff's Office. I have an in-depth and aggressive agenda that addresses the concerns of the citizens of Augusta County. I share the same concerns as you do. Some of the more important items on my agenda include protecting your constitutional rights, especially the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. Implement a more effective enforcement program to fight drugs and gang activity and educate our youth starting at the elementary level. Transparency and collaboration of activities with the Sheriff's Office and the community, especially our youth. With my leadership, my administration, and your vote on November 3rd, we will have a respected and elite Sheriff's Office, and I will bring a new direction and a new vision. Thank you.
I want to first thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight. It's an honor to see you. It's an honor to be here with you. For those that do not know me, my name is Derek Omroad. I'm a corporal with the Augusta County Sheriff's Office. And I have 24 years of public service, and 21 of those years have been with our agency, serving you, the citizen of Augusta County. I'm going to take a good friend's advice tonight, and I'm going to speak from the heart. Service is a privilege. It's not a right. Serving you has been an honor over the past 21 years. The outcome of this race will determine which direction we go in. And it's up to you to predict the outcome. You will elect the new leader of this agency. And the direction in which we travel will be up to that new leader. My dad used to tell me, he'd say, you know, you have to stand up sometimes. It's easy to sit down and let life pass you by, but you have to stand up. Well, that's what I'm doing. I've led in our agency since 2006. I've been a part of an enormous and wonderful family that you know as the Augusta County Sheriff's Office. I know them as my second family. If I'm elected to Sheriff of Augusta County, I will lead by example. And I will lead our agency into the future. That I promise you. I'm standing here only by the grace of our Lord and Savior. My greatest achievement in life was when I accepted Jesus Christ as my Savior. The second greatest thing that I've ever done in my life was marrying the love of my life, Cindy Omroad. We've been married 19 years. We have a beautiful daughter. She is 9 years old. We live in Mint Spring. And we both are lifelong residents of Augusta County. And it's been an honor to serve this agency. It's been an honor to be a part of this community. I serve my church as an elder. I'm a ruling elder at Bethel Presbyterian Church. I go on mission trips with our youth. I'm extremely involved in our community and have been for years and years, long before I decided to run for sheriff. Because you, the citizen, are important to me. I serve you without a badge. I serve you daily without a badge. And then there are times in my professional career I serve you with a badge. Public service has never faced as stern a test as it does today. Strong, principled leadership to answer the issues that we face is exactly what we need. That's exactly what this agency needs. It's exactly what this community needs. I have said throughout my campaign, I am a man of principle. One that together with the employees within our agency, together we can conquer and prevail in anything that happens. You know, one of the things that throughout this campaign, I launched in December of 2014. That's when I started. And one of the things that I noticed and have noticed throughout this campaign is that I stand before you asking to be the leader of an enormous agency within this county, and one which does its job to the best of its ability. But I'm not naive enough to know that I'm the only one. You see, there's 83 men and women who serve you daily. 11 of them are civilian. 72 of them are sworn. And tonight, we just went on call. You have a state of emergency. I have 3 men who are coming from a long distance away from on a training environment sponsored by the Sheriff's Office who are traveling the roads. I have one headed to a hospital tonight because his father-in-law is on his deathbed. But they are on call as well. I traveled 15 hours to be here with you this evening. There are multiple things that all of us could have done this evening, but we chose to be here. And I think that's important for you to understand. There are 83 men and women who serve you daily. That's what I'm asking to lead. That is what's important to me. You see, without them, we're nothing. Without those 83 men and women, I cannot lead by myself. It is because of them we win and conquer and prevail. Thank you.
Through my 8 years of working narcotics, I've worked with several federal agents who are outstanding men and women. Their help in the area of narcotics and some other areas, without them, we couldn't have got the job done. Especially when we had the dreadful thing of bath salts years ago hit our area. Without the federal guys and working the narcotics guys together, it was impossible. Now, the second part of the question was, will we take
personnel or take federally provided money or equipment to conduct activities of the Augusta County?
if it would help what we needed to do on a daily basis, most certainly. To help what we need to protect our citizens of this county and to get the job done. Yes, sir.
In a time of need, absolutely. I mean, it's a great resource to have. I would take the federal, I would take the state, I'd take any local also. Again, it's a resource. And one good thing about me, being not part of the sheriff's office and working for a state level, I have so many resources that I can bring with me also. Not to mention the fact of the federal government, local and state. So yes, absolutely, I would, and if needed be, I would.
We currently have the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, the ATF agent, who is a liaison into our agency. He's housed out of our agency, but he's not part of our agency. So to answer your question, no and no.
Okay, thank you.
Great question. I love guns. As sheriff, you're the chief law enforcement officer in this locality. So you are the voice for the public. With that being said, I would take a stand for the public and would not participate if a federal agency wants to come in and go to a citizen's house to take their firearms. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm a firm believer in the constitutional rights of each citizen of the United States. The Second Amendment means a lot to me. Most of you know I am a conservation police officer, so the Second Amendment means a lot personally and professionally. Not only do I have guns, but I collect guns, and I've been an avid hunter for over 30 years. As you heard earlier, I'm 43 years old. And my family, family tradition was to hunt. So I've hunted all my life. And the right to bear arms means a lot to me. And not only will I defend that constitutional right, but I also will defend others.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a constitutionalist. I believe in your Second Amendment. I believe in your right to own, bear, and possess firearms. When we give up this right as a citizen, when we allow this right to be taken from us, there goes our liberty. So the answer to your question is no.
Thank you.
What? Okay, well, that's a good question. I think everybody running has a lot of experience in many different fields. I think where I'm different from the other guys is I have worked in nearly every division within inside the sheriff's office. So I know how it works. They work from narcotics to patrol to civil process. I know what they need to run to be proficient on a daily basis. And I know their budgets. So thank you for that question.
23 years of law enforcement, diverse law enforcement. Again, you heard earlier, I come from 2 different agencies, Stanton Police Department and the Commonwealth of Virginia as a Virginia Conservation Police Officer. I have a lot of training. I have a lot of leadership skills. I've actually been a supervisor. So I have the ability to lead, and I think I have the respect from the people that follow me.
That's a good question. experience is number one, but I think passion for the people is number two. I love the people I serve with, and I love the people who we serve together. You know, I've been in this agency for 21 years, and I've worked in almost every arena within our agency, for the exception of criminal investigations and narcotics investigations. I started in corrections. I came in patrol setting in the civil process division. I worked for years in patrol. I've been in special operations. I actively handled a dog for a little over a decade. I currently supervise our canine and special operations division, and I also supervise our crime prevention unit. In 2008, we took a significant hit, and we lost our part-time employees in our community services division and our crime prevention unit. So, you know, we've struggled. And one of the things I think that sets me apart is I know where we've been, I know where we are, and I have a plan for where we're going. And I think that's important for you to realize. You know, as citizens of this county, you deserve transparency, but more importantly, you deserve consistency and continuity. On midnight of December 31st, we need to answer the call the same way then as we did the night before, even though you have a brand new administration. So that's what sets me apart, is my passion for you, and the passion for my staff, the leadership that I will bring them and you, and my experience.
Thank you.